All right, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I like being punctual and rewarding punctuality. But if some folks might be joining us along the way, and that would be great too. So, welcome. My name is Sheila Gold. I'm the Executive Director of Admissions at the Tulane School of Professional Advancement. And we are really excited to have you join us today. What would be really fun for us is if, and I see some folks saying hello in the chat, if you wouldn't mind going back into the chat and saying your name and what city you are joining us from. It's always fun for us to see like who we're talking to and who's here, and gives it Chicago. Great. I have a daughter in Chicago, and actually Anne, my colleague who is behind the scenes running this, is actually from Chicago. Miami, excellent, also from Chicago. Cape Coral, Florida, yep. Minnesota, very cold. I hope you're staying warm. This is really fun. Oh, Michigan, Houston, all right. Nevada, Texas, Baltimore, excellent, excellent. This is really great. That's always fun for me to see, and welcome to everybody. So we are going to go through a little bit of information about the School of Professional Advancement at Tulane. We are the area of the university that offers the PTK scholarship for both undergraduates and graduates. And we are also the part of the university that has transfer scholarships for undergraduates. So we are going to show you how between transferring and getting a PTK scholarship, it's incredibly affordable to get a degree with us, and it's a Tulane degree. We're a top 40 university. So a little bit about the School of Professional Advancement. Tulane University as a whole university was founded in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana. It was actually founded as a medical school to respond to the yellow fever epidemic here in the Gulf South. So here we are. Fast forward, we're in another epidemic. So what goes around comes around. But shortly after, 50 years after the university was founded in the 1880s, the School of Professional Advancement was founded. It had a different name, we're the latest iteration, but we are the part of the university that caters towards transfer students and non-traditional students and working adults. And we are very, very transfer friendly. And so we like to give students sort of a sense of our history within the larger university. We're all Tulane University. We're just one of the schools within the university. So we're going to talk a little bit about our quality online courses. For those of you who are interested in transferring in as an undergrad and degree completing, you actually can complete your entire bachelor's, your last 60 hours entirely online. You don't have to for undergraduates, but you totally can and still get the scholarship. So that is important for us to talk about. The quality of our programs and our faculty we're going to touch on, the kind of support that we offer. We feel like a differentiator between our school and other schools is that we are committed not only to admitting students, but to graduating students. We want you to be successful. We want you to graduate. We want to be there for you. If your life gets a little complicated with other things, work, family, whatever, and you need to sit out a semester, we are very accommodating to that. We work with students and their schedules so that you can graduate. Our affordability, we're a different price point than the rest of the university, purposely catering towards working adults. And then, of course, we always overlay everything we say with backing it up with the quality of a Tulane degree. We are recognized across the country, actually internationally. And we certainly find that when our graduates have Tulane on their resumes, that they end up getting jobs, which we know is what we go back to school in order to get a job. Okay, so a little bit about our student support and success. Our area of the university has its own dedicated academic advisors. So you actually have two advisors. You have an academic advisor, and then you have a major advisor who is a faculty member. And so our students, we don't share advising with the other parts of the school. You don't have to wait like a week to get in with your advisor. You could speak to your advisor every day if you wanted to. That's how accessible they are. And so we do that on purpose. First of all, we like to create relationships with with our students, but we also want to support you. So anywhere along the way, if you're like, oh, should I take another class? Oh, this professor and I really clicked and I really want to get into their class. Can you help me get in there? How many hours do you think I should take? Is there any way that I can get credit for something, that I'm trying to transfer? All of those pieces, we want you to get that service. Also, advising can happen online or in person to make it much easier for you. We also have our own dedicated career advisor. We don't share that with the rest of the university either. So for those of you who need help with your resume or a LinkedIn profile, or want to maybe do a mock job interview, if you're getting ready to interview, she is available to just our students. She also gets job postings because people know Tulane and want our graduates. We have a lot of jobs that reach out to us and say, hey, put this in front of your students, and we will pass those out to you as frequently as she gets them. Okay. And then we also have our own tutoring center that you have access to too. So if there's writing support that you need or any other support, that's available to our students as well. Next slide, please. So let's talk a little bit about the PTK scholarship. We are thrilled to be able to offer a PTK scholarship. The PTK scholarship for undergraduates helps fill the gap. So if you all have applied for financial aid and it doesn't quite cover everything, for you all, we have a gap scholarship that can help fill that gap so that you won't have any out-of-pocket expenses. So when there's things like fees and, other like tuition payments, we will help cover that gap. It is $1,500 a semester for 2 semesters, up to $3,000 a year. We're going to go through each piece of this visually, but I like to let you all know that too. And then for all PTK graduates who qualify, we offer a 20% tuition discount. So because you all are PTK scholars, you can get 20% tuition discount. And then for the undergraduates, you also can get that gap scholarship on top of it. This is for graduate school and for undergraduate. So what's the eligibility? So in order to receive the GAP scholarship, you have to have an AA degree no earlier than 2018, which should be fine for most of you all. Be an active PTK member in good standing. You need to fill out the financial aid form for Tulane. You must have a 3.5 GPA. And you must enroll full-time at Tulane SoPA. You have to maintain 12 credits, which is 4 classes, in order to get the renewal. And then once again, you get the 20% discount on top of that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what degrees we offer on the bachelor's level at SoPA. We offer bachelor's degrees in digital design, digital media and marketing, exercise science, general legal studies, health and wellness, Homeland Securities, humanities, which is, it's not like a gen ed, but it's very broad based. It's a lot of reading, writing, a lot of picking what you want to take. It's very flexible. IT, public relations, and also social sciences, which is very similar to humanities in the sense that you can pick, that's where you can take a lot of your sociologies and psychologies and poli-sci, that kind of stuff. And humanities is a lot of, well, you can take the classes I just listed. It's a lot of Englishes and histories and creative writing and that sort of stuff. On the master's degree level, we offer cybersecurity management, emergency management, health and wellness management, Homeland Security, IT management, liberal arts, which is also very broad-based. That's the closest to the humanities one at the undergraduate level, a master's in public administration, security management, and sports studies. So let's talk about the affordability. So Tulane School of Professional Advancement is priced significantly lower than the rest of the university. And keep in mind, you get a 20% discount on top of this. So our undergraduate per credit fee is $576, but with the discount, it's $461 per credit hour. For the graduates, our per credit fee is $1,119, but with the PTK discount, it's $895. So for undergraduates, you are going to need 60 credits if you transfer in your full first 2 years. And for graduate students, our masters are anywhere between 30 credits and 36 credits. We also offer financial aid to students in the form of federal grants and loans. And then we also offer for graduates and undergraduates, what we call credit for prior learning. And this is a way that you can get out of taking a few classes. For master's programs, it's 2 classes. And for undergraduates, it's up to 24 credits. If you can demonstrate that you know the knowledge of a class that you have to take, you can get exempted out of it. There is a process that you have to go through with your advisor, but it's a way to save you time and money. So if you could be like, look, I have been, a paralegal, and I have been doing, or let's say you're in the MPA program, and there's a grant writing course, and you're like, I have been doing grants professionally for 5 years. If you can demonstrate that you have that knowledge to your advisor, you wouldn't have to take the class. So those are a way to save some time and money also. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this is a visual breakdown at the undergraduate level. So at the undergraduate level, you would have to take 60 credits to finish out your last 2 years. That would be $34,560. We're going to start subtracting. We do have an early registration discount that we give to students. So at the undergraduate level, that's $200. At graduate, it's $500. That just means if you register for classes by an early date, that's a little bit more that we can give you. It's an incentive for actually every student, not even the PTK, but it's an incentive to save $200. So if you subtract that in the transfer scholarship, that would be, that's the PTK scholarship, the $1,500. That would be, reduce your balance to $32,860. If you apply the 20% discount for being a PTK scholar, that's another $6,500, and you can get a Tulane bachelor's degree for $26,288. So look, that's just the nuts and bolts about it. I can talk about how good our faculty, I work for the school, so I love our faculty and the education and all of that, but we're also talking money and investment. So that's something for you all to think about. Okay, for graduates, we're going to go through the same process. So for on the graduate level, let's just use 33 credits. Our master's degrees are somewhere between 30 and 36. So we pick the middle. 33 credits, $36,927 is how much that would cost you. If you register early, you get the $500 off. I hope you will register early. It makes my life a little bit easier, but, and now you're down to $36,427. If you apply your 20% discount for being a PTK scholar, you get a graduate master's degree from Tulane University for $29,000. So look, you all have worked hard, you are sought after, and you should take advantage of this, right? Like, you all are very attractive candidates to a school like Tulane. Okay. So hopefully that sort of broke it down visually. Let me give you the application timeline. For those of you who are at a 2-year school, or even a 4-year school where you have a PTK advisor, contact your PTK advisor and let them know that you might be interested to applying to Tulane, and they can help you start the process. You can apply to us directly on our website. Our application, if you go to sopa.tulane.edu, which is at the bottom of this page, you'll see a big apply button at the top. So reach out to your PTK advisor on the undergraduate level and also apply to us sort of at the same time. And for the graduate level, you don't have to contact your advisor. You can just apply, and it lives on our website. You will need to complete the application. We do have an application fee, but we're actually going to waive it, because for everybody who attends a webinar, we waive application fees. So don't even worry about that. You're going to need to upload a picture of your driver's license or a passport. You can just take a picture on your phone and upload it. And then we need transcripts from any school that you've received credit. On the graduate level, you may also need to submit a written statement in your application and possibly also attach a resume. Those things aren't needed for the undergraduate level. So those are kind of the nuts and bolts of the application process. We also like to let students know, please reach out to us if you have any questions. We like to get to know our students. Email me, you'll get my contact information after this, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Okay, so here are our deadlines. We have 3 starts each school year. We just started our spring semester. January 1 was the application deadline. But like I said, we have early enrollment deadlines. So if you get admitted and enroll for classes by December 1 for the spring semester, you get your either $200 or $500. The next semester we're taking applications for right now is summer. We have a May 1st deadline, but I would encourage you to get your application in, get admitted, register by April 25th. You get the early enrollment scholarship. Then the traditional fall semester, we have an August 1 deadline, but once again, if you get your application in now and register for classes by June 1, you'll get the early enrollment scholarship. So applications are open and you can go ahead and start getting those in now. Okay, so that's sort of like me talking at you. So does anybody have any questions? You can drop them in the chat. Or you can, if you're brave and want to take yourself off mute, you can do that too. Or if you prefer to just sort of digest the information and send me an email afterwards, I am happy to do that also. Just to let you all know that everybody tomorrow will receive a follow-up email from me with this recording attached to it. So if you want to go back and look at the slides that have like the breakdown of all the tuition and fees and discounts, you can do that also at your leisure.
I have a couple questions.
Sure.
So I don't know if you could speak to this, but what does Tulane offer any credits for certification? So I'm currently studying IT, so that's what I'm continuing on, and I have my A+ as well as my Google IT cert and a couple of others. So I was wondering what that might look like.
No, we offer degrees. We have certificates within our degrees, which is a smaller cluster of classes that give you like a knowledge base around a competency, but we don't have the certifications.
Okay, well, I'm more interested if you already have the certs, if that is there any like translation into that to credits, because I know some.
Oh, okay, David, this is what I want you to do. My email's right there. Send me that question. I am going to connect you with Ralph Russo, who's the director of the program, and he's the one who does that process. And if you all can look, this is what I've learned. IT has its own language. You all can talk your IT language, and he'll know exactly the certifications and what competencies relate to the classes. But that's a very good question, and I am going to take a stab and say it's a good possibility he'll be able to work with you.
Perfect. Good to know.
No guarantees, but 100% send me, and you all can do your connecting around that.
Great.
Yeah, I'm pulling for you. That'd be great.
And then my other question is too, I think I saw it in the chat, so you can take the program completely online.
Yes, all of our graduate programs are online. None of our graduate programs, I shouldn't say that, our MLA and like on our MPA, we have a like a residency that you come in for a long weekend, but mostly far and wide, our graduate programs are online. And then our undergraduates, you can do the last 60 credits online.
Okay. Yeah, because I might be possibly relocating from New Orleans.
Yeah,
so I didn't want to get started and then not be, I don't know.
Totally. We can totally accommodate the online completion.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Good. I'm glad you asked. Anybody else?
Sheila,
Oh, please go ahead.
This might be something I would email you about later, but can you give any vague gesturings about what your disability accommodations might look like for certain things?
Oh, yeah. No, we actually, our Office of we call it student accessibility, is actually incredibly well staffed and accommodating. We, work with students, whether they have like a learning accommodation that they need, or if they have a physical accommodation that they need. If there's any other, we've worked with students who have hearing loss, who have vision accommodations. We really try to do an excellent job, and I feel like our students get what they need. So if you need that on any level, you can send me an email, and I will connect you with the folks over there, and you can start having conversations with them about what paperwork they need you to file. But we certainly work with many, many students and offer accommodations.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And if you're not getting what you need, call me back. Like email me back. Well, we advocate for our students.
We have a few questions in the chat. Sydney asked, if I graduated in December 2019, can I still apply for SoPA?
Yeah. Why? Did you ask that, Sydney, because of the 2018? You're after 2018, so you're fine. If that was confusing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. If you had graduated in 2017, the answer would be yes, you can apply to SoPA, but no, you couldn't get all of this fun scholarship. But 2018 and after, yes.
Grazie.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple questions about clarifying applying to this program is different than applying to Tulane itself.
Well, we are Tulane. We're just one of the smaller schools at Tulane. So Tulane University is made up of 9 separate schools. So we've got Newcomb Tulane College, which is our sort of traditional undergraduate portal. We have the School of Business. We have the School of Law. We have the School of Medicine. We have the School of Social Work, the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine. And we have the Architecture School, and we have the School of Professional Advancement. So we're all smaller schools under the umbrella of Tulane University. Does that answer your question? Okay.
And also this leads to a question that Carlotta has about interest in majoring or having a bachelor's in English.
So we do not offer the bachelor's degree in English. That is offered through Newcomb Tulane College, which is another part of the school that offers undergraduate degrees. You can transfer over there from SoPA, but you do not get, our part of the school offers the PTK scholarship. It does not follow you over to that part of the school. So hopefully that explained it.
I have a question.
Yes.
I am currently in an undergraduate program at a community college and wanting to transfer over, and I'm doing paralegal studies. And I was wondering, do you have a legal studies program?
Yes.
And would I be able to complete my associate's degree, or would I have to transfer that over to a bachelor's?
You can finish your bachelor's degree with us. You don't have to have your full AA to qualify for this, as long as you're a PTK member. But you will need to, what I'd like to do is have you send me an email, and I'm going to I'm going to do the same thing with the IT program. I will connect you and introduce you in the email to the director of our paralegal studies program, and she can help you sort of walk you through the curriculum and help you understand what you can transfer over.
Okay, because it is an ABA accredited school, and I noticed that Tulane was also.
Yes, we are ABA accredited, so that that should make it somewhat easy. But she can walk you through the classes that will come over and what won't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely send me an email. That's a great question. Her name is Robin Ice. She's lovely. She was an attorney herself. She's great.
Okay, thank you.
We do not. I just saw that we do not have a gemologist program.
Yeah, I was wondering because right now I'm in an undergraduate program and I just completely changed. I can't make up my mind about anything, but right now I'm really focused and obsessed on gemology and diamonds. And so I wanted to do something with that, but I didn't know if any kind of business management or mineral programs. No.
Nope. Sorry about that. We do have other programs, so you may want to check them out. But gemology, we do not have. But look at how fun it would be to look at diamonds all day.
I know.
That would be
I have
great.
another question.
Sure.
With the paralegal program, can that be taken online, or is that required to be like in person because it's ABA?
So that's what she needs to talk to you about. Some of the classes are in person.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I have a question. If I finish my bachelor's degree, I would be completely switching careers for what I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm a hairstylist. And I was wondering, do you guys offer any maybe direction that maybe could help me kind of create like a career path of like what I could study to help me like advance in my life? That I really kind of don't know what I would study, but I do want to continue studying.
Yeah, look, Sarah, send me an email, and I'm actually not going to send you to a program director. You and I are going to talk about that. I would love to help you figure that out. That'd be a fun conversation. Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else?
Another question from Sydney. A BA in history or English would, BA in history or English would be through Newcomb Tulane.
Through Newcomb Tulane, yeah.
And that means you would not get
offer the discount. But I will tell you before you start like thinking about that, also think about the humanities, bachelor's in humanities, because it's a tremendous, you can sort of create the classes that you take, and it is a lot of history and English. So you might have some flexibility there too. So thinking about what you want to do with that degree, the humanities might fit the bill and even give you some more flexibility. Any other questions, Anne, that I didn't see?
I was kind of curious about the scholarships, but we don't have to change subjects yet. I don't know.
No, that's fine. What are your questions?
Well, okay, so the first scholarship I filled out with you guys, I think it was back in October. I don't think I put Tulane on my FAFSA. Would that have mattered?
Yes, you have to put Tulane on your FAFSA.
Is it too late?
I don't know. That's through the financial aid office. Financial aid is a mystery. Like only financial aid people know how to understand it. So call the financial aid office and see if you can add Tulane.
When you say the financial aid office, okay, FAFSA.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Call FAFSA. And then if you can't add Tulane, you can call our financial aid office and say, look, I want to apply to you, but I didn't add Tulane to my FAFSA, and they might be able to do it. Okay. So I would try both places.
Okay, super. Thank you so much.
Yep.
For the classes that are required to be in person, do you offer synchronous transmission by any chance?
So we, I don't know the answer to that. You would have to ask the faculty member. Each class is billed differently. In some classes may, in some classes may not.
Thanks.
Anything else? You all are asking great questions, and I'm super excited. Don't forget to send me these follow-up emails. And I think that may have been our list. So everybody, once again, my email address, sgold, super easy, sgold@tulane.edu. Send me questions. I certainly hope that I get to hear from you all. And more importantly, I certainly hope I'll be seeing your application soon and then welcoming you as a student soon. That would be the best. So we hope that you all have a great night. And, we hope to welcome you to Tulane soon. Thanks.